You guys need to start YouTube right now before it's too late. Now, I know you've probably heard this 1,000 times. You get those videos in your feed. Guys, oh my gosh, I just made $30,000 doing No, that's not what I'm talking about today. Nowadays, YouTube is easier than ever. Anybody with a camera, anybody with a mic, and an idea, most importantly, an idea, they can hop online, press record, set up the mic, and they can just start filming themselves. Whatever it is, gaming, lifestyle, they can just start and put themselves online and they can blow up. They can get picked up by the YouTube algorithm and blow up. They can start businesses. I'm fully in support of this, by the way. I think everybody who has an idea, you should just start walking towards it. Start walking towards it and never look back. YouTube has made it so easy for me to follow my dream. What I'm talking about today, more specifically, is YouTube helped me grow a lot. This video is for people who do not feel comfortable in their own skin, who do not feel comfortable being themselves. When I first started YouTube, I'm sure you guys can go back and fact check me on this, but I was so stiff. I was giving like AI generated responses. I was an NPC, dude. I was literally an NPC. But I feel like as my YouTube journey went along, I got less stiff. I got more comfortable with myself. I got more comfortable communicating. By the way, I'm a very insecure communicator. I always feel like I can't communicate what I'm trying to say properly, and that demotivates me from talking at all. YouTube has helped me in that way a lot. I'm going to be telling you how it's helped me today with a story. So I go to college, I major in business. This was last semester. Last semester, I took a critical reading class. It was like 4 credit hours. It was required or something. The teacher was awful, by the way. Awful teacher. I think her name was, I'm not gonna say her name, but just if you see a weird looking teacher, go with your gut. Do not enroll in the class. She could dude, she was like, okay. I had this critical reading class in all school year. Our main priority was to compile a list of 5 sources into an annotated bibliography. And at the end, when finals approached,
where's Lino? He's right behind me, isn't he?
We had to give a presentation on it. Yes. Those presentations, oh my gosh, that was so awful. But it wasn't awful. Leading up to it, it was awful. It was the worst thing I ever experienced. I just wanted to throw up. When she first announced this, we're giving a presentation to the class, I was like, oh, I'm chill with that. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna compile this information. I'm gonna make this presentation. It's gonna be great, and I'm gonna share it with you, and I'm gonna kill it. That was my mindset. That's always my mindset when I'm gonna give a presentation. That's how it is when it's first announced, when it's like, you know, when you're comfortable, when it's like a month away, and you're like, dude, I got it. It's fine. But as those days slowly creep up to you, it is the scariest feeling you will ever feel. It is awful. You get butterflies and you start dreaming about it, and then you secretly pee your pants at night, which totally never happened to me. Somebody's dying out there. So we're approaching the end of the school year, and this final is slowly creeping up on me. Slowly. Each day it's inching closer to where I have to present. And each day, my butterflies grow more and more. That's how it always is with me. They announce a presentation, I'm like, I got it, I'm gonna kill it. But it creeps up on me and these butterflies begin to build, especially because I'm like seeing all my other classmates do it, and they're like, some of them are killing it, some of them are not. They're all like mumbling to themselves, which is fine. Presenting in front of a class is hard, guys. It is very hard. Fast forward, I'm giving this presentation and it was on AI and education. The one I wanted to do was like how autism affects you like socially. I thought that was pretty interesting. So it's the day of the presentation. I gotta say, the vibe was so chill. I don't know what it was. When I first walked into that classroom, it was like magical. I was sitting in my seat, the door was open, the sunbeams were like flying through the doorway, and it just looked so beautiful. Everybody was chill. They're like, hey, what's up? That really helped me, by the way. As soon as I walked in that class and I saw everybody was chill and the vibe was right, I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little comfortable. So I was at like second to last on the list. And as I got called up by the teacher called me up. You know how it is, like she pulls up your stuff and then it goes on a projector, things like that. I start walking up to that class and an indescribable dread just washes over me. And I just don't want to do it. I just want to curl up and I want to go home. Like, I'm serious. I just want to go home. I don't want to be there. I was so scared. My mouth gets dry out of fear. And I'm sitting there. As I'm sitting there in front, looking at all these people looking back at me, I realized to myself, like, there's no danger. There is zero danger there. And it's invoking this reaction in me. How does that even work? There's no danger. It's a fight or flight response. And that is what activates when you're giving a presentation. And unfortunately, I chose flight. I wanted to run. wanted to run through that doorway, go in my car, drive home. It was nobody could tell I was going through this, obviously. This was all going on in my head. But I was sitting up in front of that classroom. They were looking at me. The teacher's fiddling around on her computer. She's struggling with it, kind of. It's fine. That kind of helped me a little bit. It made the mood more light, and she was joking around with me. My classmates were talking to me, which I don't usually talk to them, so when they talk to me, it's a little awkward, you know? It's like, She pulls up my stuff, and as I'm sitting there in front of the classroom with my presentation pulled up. I got my little mouse and the keyboard to switch the slides. I never walked out from behind the desk because it's a natural response. When I feel like I'm in danger, I want to put distance between me and whatever's like invoking that feeling of danger. So I stayed in front of the desk because I knew myself. If I went out there, I was going to crumble. I was going to collapse. But I did have a stage presence in the sense of I had a stage presence with my voice. I was communicating with emotion authentically. And it was weird. It was something I've never felt before. So as I'm giving this presentation and it's leading up to it, my butterflies have reached max, peak, through the roof. I was so nervous, but I was like, I was sitting there and I was like, I gotta say something. So I look down and I wonder what I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna fail. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fail. This is awful. And I look out at everybody and I just was like, I'm just talking to my camera. I'm just talking to my camera. They're not gonna say anything back. Just treat it as if you were talking to your camera. And that simple idea pushed me so far. I started speaking in it. Okay, in my opinion, it was beautiful because I never communicate, especially with complete strangers, that much emotion and authenticity in what I'm like trying to convey. I was just like, I'm speaking to my camera. I started speaking and giving all this information, going through the slides. It was beautiful. It was going all smoothly. I even added a personal story in there with AI and education on how I think teachers should focus more on lecture material and making it actually engaging rather than relying on AI all the time. Because I had a communications class. This guy had such a strong like stage presence. He was up there and he was like relaxed. He like looked like he's been doing this whole life, and I saw that and I was so envious. I was like, dang, what separates him? Why was I listening to him so much? It's because his stage presence was phenomenal. His body language was open. He never had us pull out any technology. It was just notepads, listening, stories, and examples. But the way he communicated it made me want to remember and want to listen. And I still remember a lot of it. That's the personal story I gave to them, and I conveyed it, I think, pretty beautifully. Now, I brushed over it. I went so fast. I was like fumbling over myself a little bit just because I struggle to tell you guys stories. But it was still conveyed beautifully, and it worked. This is how YouTube has helped me grow. It's helped me become a better communicator. It's helped me become more confident, and most importantly, it gives me competence. The reason it gives me competence is because I get to go back and watch my videos and see myself grow every day. I get to see where I've been, and I get to see where I am. And then I have a clear direction of where I'm going in the future. I think every single one of you, no matter who it is, no matter what your idea is, I think you need to get yourself out there. I think the world deserves to know you. I truly do. I want to see every single one of you accomplish your dreams. I want you to be yourself unforgivingly and go out there and start something, because it will help you grow. You need to have the courage to start something. Real quick, you guys, though, I am trying to get monetized, so please, if you like this video, if you enjoy my personality, please like and subscribe. The content will never go away. You guys are stuck with me. I'm going to be sitting here producing this content, and I hope you, most importantly, I hope you get something out of it. That's really what I want, whether it be entertainment, knowledge, joy, whatever the case. My name is Vega, and I will see you in the next video.